Okay, now we're going to try and make a note card in Noodletools. We're going to start by looking at the top of our Noodletools screen, and you'll see there's an option for note cards. We're going to click on note cards, and that will bring us to a screen for all of our note cards. There's one that's already been made. You can see it on the desktop there. I'm not going to use that because we're starting fresh. And here we are, ready to make a new note card. So you're going to click on New to begin with, which gives you a template. And this template is what you will use to take content from your article that you want to use in your report and then paraphrase it, put it in your own words, and make other notes about your original thinking. Okay, so let's look at this note card form. First thing on it is the title of the article. The next thing is the source. So the title is going to be the code that we've decided to use for all of our note cards. If you watch the video about the note card system, they talked about giving each source a letter or a number, so that when you have all your cards organized, all the note cards from each source will have a specific letter or number. So we're going to call this source number 1. And it's about capsaicin, which is, I already know, an ingredient that I want to talk about in this note card. Okay, so capsaicin. Then the source, I want the full source information, which is already there because we created our source before. So I'm going to choose the right source that it goes with. And then I've got my box for my direct quotation. That's the information I'm taking from my article. Going back to the top of our source card, of our note card, you see there's a space for URL, but you don't really need to put that in because it's already provided. And then the page, if we were using a book or something that had page numbers, or a magazine article that had page numbers, we'd put that in there. But we're going to use this article, Why Does Drinking Milk Help with Spiciness? Ease the pain of eating spicy foods. So let me click on that article. I'm going to click on the tab for the article. Okay, here's the article we're working with. So I'm going to go down and read. Starts out, I'm pretty wimpy when it comes to eating spicy foods. Well, you know, that's interesting, but it doesn't really help me with my project. This paragraph, though, chili peppers contain an active component called capsaicin. That's pretty helpful. If I read down more, it tells me about how that capsaicin works with a receptor on my tongue to create a sensation of heat. So why does milk soothe the savage serrano? Okay, I don't know what a serrano is, but I think they're talking about hot stuff. So I'm going to take this section right here, and this will be the content for my first note. I want to talk about this, these receptors and this capsaicin. I want to talk about that in my paper. So I'm going to copy that and go back to my Noodletools, and that's going to be the content. That's the direct quote that I'm going to use in my, paste that in there. I have to paste it here because I'm in another thing. Thanks. Alright, so here's my direct quote. Now I need to go over to the second window and put it in my own words. So I'm going to just type in there. Chili peppers have something called capsaicin. It is something receptors on our tongues. When it does, we feel like the pepper is hot. Okay, that's my own words for that quote. That paraphrase is what I'm going to use in my paper. Okay? My ideas. My ideas is where I make notes about things that I need to continue asking and answering about. So, for instance, how will milk help with this? So that's the next piece of information I need to find out. So I'm going to put a note about that in here so I can remember to check it later. Alright, anyway. So that's basically it. So I'm going to save that. And that will create a little note on my desktop. There you see. And eventually I'll have a lot of different notes from all of my different sources. And I will be able to use them in my outline on the right side. But most important, I will have worked on some paraphrasing and on figuring out what my notes should look like, or what my notes should be for my paper. All right. When I'm ready, I can click on more, and I can ask to print, and I can export those notes into a Word document. Let's see what it will look like. And so this will be the piece that you're going to share with me and also share at your display table. And here you can see my notes, and this was the quote that I used, and here's my paraphrase. And so this will help people understand, and my teachers to understand, what was my process of thinking as I was putting together my paper. All right, and that's it. So there you go. That's how you create a note card.